Alright guys, so I've been running Shoreline the past few days on stream. I've been looting East Wing 222, Tape Key, and 301. The goal is to loot them all 50 times so I can make a video on each of them to see which rooms are the best, if I think they're worth running anymore, if I think Shoreline's the best map, you know, just kind of give you guys an insight on the new loot changes, because Shoreline, not to spoil it, has been insane with loot. We've gotten tons of Ledx's, tons of GPUs everywhere. So everybody's been asking about a loot guide, so I just ran into an offline real quick today and figured I would show you guys my my favorite loot route for Shoreline and how I've been making. I made 20 mil today on stream playing Shoreline. It was like a 7-hour stream. We made 20 mil. We went from 140 to 160 after we sold, and we didn't even sell anything. We still have all this junk to sell. So it's been insane, dude. It's been insane. Take notes, guys, and let me know what you guys find when you do the loot route. I'll run up here. I know the only spawns I'm really worried about are potentially somebody spawning up on the hill to the left. So I run up here. You can't really get killed yet, but maybe, just maybe, somebody can be up here to the left. Maybe just peek this for a second. Typically this spawn isn't active when you spawn there, but it's definitely possible. It's happened to me before. I've gotten into some fights there. And then from here, if you run up this way, you should be the first person to resort. There should be no chance that anybody beats you from a spawn down there. But the first person that you might see would be somebody through that fence running along here. So I like to look this way when I run in. Typically there's nobody, but it's definitely possible. And then from here you have first dibs on resort, right? So what I like to do is immediately go up. And I prioritize the valuable stuff first. So first I'll hit the red spawn here in 218, right? It's the open door here, the first open door to the left. You run through here. Red card can spawn on the table, right? Some people say it can fall like weird, like glitch out and spawn under the table, so maybe take a look at that as well. I've never seen it personally, but it's possible, I guess. And then immediately 219 across the way, you can get a vase, Ledx GPU, anything like that. Ammo spawns on here. It's unlocked. And I go over here to 222, which is connected to 226. I like to key it on this side because that way you don't have to like open the door to get to the cabinet behind it on the other side. You'll see. Helix, RAM, all sorts of good stuff. I'd probably pick these up in a raid. Box, another box, another box. But over here is where the good stuff is. You can get any valuable stuff on the ground right here. Food, water, tech stuff can spawn, GPU, anything like that. Ledx right here, see? Bang. GM counter, Ledx GPU can spawn right there as well. USD, valuables can spawn right there. Now, I haven't seen a Ledx spawn on this cabinet since the dynamic loot changes, but it's definitely possible. So definitely check this. You can still get valuable med stuff as well. And after that, I run out of here. I typically don't loot the boxes just because I'm in a hurry. I want to be quick. You can get a Ledx possibly right here, any kind of med loot. And then from here, I go straight down. Because I want to prioritize the valuable stuff first, right? So I'll go to Tape Key, which is East 110. See this? And like all the while I'm listening for people to be pushing, right? Because if they're pushing, they're going to come from that or that way. Alright, so in here you got potential Ledx spawns anywhere on the ground, right? Now this raid, there's nothing. But it's definitely possible. H2O2, Ledx spawns over here, meds, anything like that. Tech spawns, Ledx as well. All on the ground here. All that's good. You can check over here. Gold chain, Bitcoin, Veritas guitar pick, anything can spawn right there. This duffel bag, I don't really loot it all the time, but everybody tells me in chat that it spawns Bitcoin, so take that as you will. 107 East Wing is what I like to go next. Yeah, also being cautious of people peeking through here. It can happen. Usually you'll hear them before they have a chance to kill you, but it's definitely possible. Good loot in here, GPUs, anything. Any tech loot on the table. There's boxes. I usually look over the boxes. It's definitely possible. Then I go up to third, 328 or the storage room. They're connected rooms. You can use either of the keys. This is all East Wing as well, by the way. CPU fan, GPU can spawn up here. Expensive weapon parts can spawn over here. There's a duffel bag. And valuables like bitcoins, gold chains can spawn in this cabinet, or desk rather. Then I run over to 314 next, which is another Ledx spawn. As well as tech loot, like industrial loot, I guess. Spawn on the ground. Like weapon parts, that's a good grip. You can get metal scissors, anything in there. Ledx spawns on top of this box. Or any med spawn for that matter. But here, there's boxes you can do. I usually just look over them. I want to be quick, right? Then I go 310, right? 310. Duffel bags, vase, GPU, anything can spawn on these tables, guys. They can be good. Thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. I appreciate it, man. We're doing our loot guide recording right now, so. And I like to go this way. Now you have an option here. You can go downstairs and be safer about getting to West Wing. Or I usually just kind of like full send it across. So you can see like this. You can either run across the hallway, or the safer thing to do is you shoot this out, right? You run, you jump out. You fall down this way. Then you shoot your way in this way. That way, if anybody's camping the bridge, they are like confused with all the sounds that you're making, and they don't know really what's happening. So once I get to West Wing, what I like to do is go down to the basement. Of course, first, the classic red keycard spawn right here in the cabinet. There's also duffel bags and stuff, but for this kind of loot run, I typically ignore those. But definitely check the red card first, because it's the priority, right? Then go up to my favorite room, probably in Resort, which is 301 West. And spawn bitcoins, Ledx, GPU, you know, all the good stuff. Be careful when you loot this. A lot of times, pistolings, it hasn't really happened much to me this way, but the pistolings will just sit right here and wait for a chat to run by while you key and they'll kill you in the bush. The 301 West, very good. Bitcoin can spawn right here, by the way. Ledx can spawn on that cabinet or GPU as well. GP coin, good. Blood set, syringe. Like you can get Ledx GPU on these cabinets on this desk. And roller on the ground. There can also be another roller Bitcoin valuable spawn right here on the newspapers. Ledx can be on the bed. Any expensive meds. This time that I opened it, it wasn't that good, but it was, it's still worth opening, you know? It's still decent. And then what I like to do now, still being cautious of other people. Obviously, I'm running a little bit faster than I normally do because it's offline, so there can't be anybody. 205 West, super underrated room. Super underrated. You get Ledx GPU as well. I pretty much say that about every room, but it's the truth, man. That stuff do be spawning. Like this. You go over here. Stim spawns on the desk. There's the two bags that are pretty decent. Another weapon case outside there. Alright. And then from here, I'd probably go down, just for the sake of saving time. Go down 112 West. The blue keycard spawn. Blue card spawns right here. There's also food and stuff. If you run out of energy, this is a really good loom to root. Room to root, I said. Room to loot. You can get food and water there. And then also right here, I'm not sure how true this is. I know it was on the wiki at least for a bit. There's a green keycard spawn under this keyboard. I don't know if it's true or not, but maybe worth a check if you guys are looting the resort. See, let me know if you guys find one, I guess. I haven't really heard much about it. I go back up to 2-story. Jump over the barbed wire. Good luck. Then, not all of these rooms are like super worth it. I like to hit them all just because I'm through here. You can get like some decent stuff. 216 is really good. Really good loom to root, man. You got a motor, DVD, and GPU can spawn there as well. Ammo, you can get good, any kind of ammo. You can get a big stack of ammo. That's good. Stim spawn up here. Got cases. And then here, all these rooms are connected. 218 is the key that I like to buy. You can buy any of these. Like, you can buy 221. You can buy 222. They all connect together. But I like to buy this one because it's closest to the red card spawn, which is right here on this blue barrel. The red card will just spawn right there. You can look out for the 120 pack of BS ammo. It can be really good. Food and water, condensed milk spawns there. USD can spawn on the table. Go over here, you can get meds, anything. I don't think this can spawn a Ledx, but I'm sure it's possible, maybe, with the new dynamic loot. I haven't seen one. Bags in there. And then I also buy this key, just so I can leave through this side. Because it's not bad. Which is 222. And then you got 219 here I like to loot. And so you got Salewa, you got morphine. Spawn meds, ammo, stuff like that. 220 I'd say is probably the least worth it room from my experience lately out of all these, but it's still worth opening. Atlas Flint, Propital. You can get bitcoins even here potentially. Not bad. So from here I'll go downstairs. $104 West. It's another blue card spawn. It also spawns some good meds. Tech loot even. Blue card spawns right here on the desk. You'll see it if it's there for us. Can't miss it. Be like Tetris in here. Come on, man. Not bad. All right, so this is where you have the option to just kind of like skirt out this way. Like filter right here is not bad. You can get Cordura, good stuff there. You can just dip out and go tunnel, right? Or if you're feeling a little riskier, this is definitely more likely to get you killed. You run up, you check if rock passage is here, and then you loot admin, because admin can spawn a red card as well as a Ledx. And it's all unlocked. You don't need any keys for those. What I like to do, I run up and I check rock passage. It's not here. There's no smoke. And then what I'll do is typically only loot admin if rock passage is open, and then I just leave if not. But otherwise, just for the sake of the video, I'll show you guys what I like to loot in admin. Go in the basement's probably the safest way. Nothing really spawns in the basement. You can get Salewa, you can get Ledx on this desk. On the little cart there. Isn't bad. That would be the Ledx one for admin. You run up here, I like to open this room. You can get good little like tech loot here, Tetris, things like that. The red card spawns under the ashtray, right there. That's the 4th red card spawn for Shoreline. And then you can get a GPU on there, a GPU on here. For any tech loot for that matter. Bolts and screws, things like that spawn here on these shelves. Be careful, because some of the stuff spawns like inside the books. So it's hard to see. And then bolts as well here. There's also 2 keys you guys can get for a safe here, as well as another key you can get for a safe on the west side of admin over here. But I don't typically use those. I probably should get those keys, honestly. Drop down here, and then you're going through rock passage, man, or going through tunnel. You just gotta be careful. I typically, like I said, if rock passage isn't open, I go straight out. I'm not even worried about looting admin, because the chances of finding those items are pretty small. But I mean, just from quickly looting and not getting any boxes or anything, I mean, I'd say that's a pretty solid haul, especially with the Ledx. So not fucking bad, man. Not bad at all.